Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Nice to have you in Utah.
Yeah, you told me to come and I came.
That's what you do. Yeah. Show up, get it done. We're going to do a recap of week 2.
Good week.
It was all right. This week is looking awesome. Last week, we had some killers. So here's the calendar coming up, just so everybody has it. The big thing here is there's like 200 competitions coming up.
30 Days of Pro started this week. That one's a big one. Not a competition, but just something that people can be part of in the calendar.
And that's great for rookies. Obviously, rookies are the lifeblood of this job, and we went into summer with like 130 new reps with a sale.
Yeah. They're introducing not for sales right now, and then we're gearing up for the Viper, so the NFS stuff can be sweet.
Yeah, we just got a sneak peek at some of that stuff. The hats are sick.
The unis too?
Yep.
Nobody does it like us.
Nobody. Competitions coming up. You got the NFS one, the Viper. Those are the next 2, right? Mm-hmm. Viper lasts just over a month.
Yeah.
And that one, it's something that we struggle with, fully buying into these competitions. This year, we've stacked our teams where our smallest team should do well over 1,000 accounts. So we should be able to compete heavily in all categories throughout the competitions.
You just need to delegate it. It needs to be part of your culture, right?
Yeah.
If there's one guy that's assigned to competitions and it's 2 minutes of your meeting every day, it'll be important to everybody. Hype it up, announce it, make it part of your culture.
Yep, I know Kehoe does it for Tri-Cities, and it just one person has to have it dialed in, understand it inside and out, so they can explain it to everybody else.
Yep.
Recognition for last week.
Let's see who it is.
There we go. Go ahead.
Rookies. David McDonald. This is big time for a rookie. Week 2. I don't know if this was his first week or not, but out in the Dakotas, killing it. Cruz Mendoza.
That's his second time on here in a week. So he's been consistent in the second spot.
That's amazing. One of Jordy's guys out in Mini representing. And then John Scheitzer. Scheitzer?
He's German.
Yeah, I can't say that, but John, killing it. Love seeing you on here. Another Dakotas boy. So Dakotas and Mini.
They got the rookies.
They got those rookies going.
What about the vets?
I love this. Gabe knocking it out with a 15 EFP.
Gabe gave me some heat last week because I was like, who's going for the top spot? And I was like, you got Angel Chavez. And Gabe texted me. He's like, I'm coming for the top spot. And then he goes and throws in 15.
Dude, again, look at this, though. Gabe Ramirez almost keeping up with Caden, right? Like, so he's right there for the top
Who's
spot.
Caden anymore?
His 19 EFP, that's it.
19.
So Gabe was right there competing. Jordy, love the kid. He likes to vent a little bit about some areas, and then he ends up with
he's like, this area's tough and different, and we'll talk a lot about that. But a lot of this job is, especially the first month of your summer in a new market, is learning the market, and Jordy's obviously learning the market.
And sometimes when you have those feelings, you just got to put your head down and go to work. And figure it out.
Yep.
And Jordy did that to finish the week really strong, and then Mark Garcia, I love seeing this as well. So again, Mini and Dakotas coming through with the production.
Both new markets for us.
Mm-hmm.
So guess we didn't screw that one up.
We didn't. Markets are looking great right now.
Office ranks at the top. You got Mini busting 100. That's the second week in a row that they're up there, and they're underperforming according to Jake.
That's crazy.
So can't wait to see what they do.
Did you see what they did on Saturday?
Yeah, they had a big Saturday.
Almost 30?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And then Dakota's right behind them. Augusta dominating smaller group, but always at the top. And then Savannah getting up and running finally. Tri-Cities should be a little higher on the list there, but it's. I think this week is the first week we really have everything up and running.
Yeah.
Quad Cities dominating. Jaime out there sold his very first door and 3 spotted on his first day out there in Quad Cities.
We need it. Yesterday was big. Quad Cities and Savannah, we've needed you on the top of this list for this group to do what it needs to do, and you guys showed up yesterday.
Yep. Saturday standouts.
Okay, Andre Vargas, love this. 2.7 EFP, top rookie. So that's what we want to see is rookies doing 2 or 3 and figuring that out on Saturday, setting the tone. Gabe going and doing this thing. Look at this, you guys. You don't sell 15 in a week if you're not having a big Saturday. So 6 EFP on Saturday, and then Mini North with, it says 25, but I believe they finished with 29 EFP.
What time do you think Gabe was on and off the doors on Saturday?
Guarantee minimum by 10 o'clock. It means car group was probably starting to get dropped off at 9:30, which means your meetings are 8 or 8:30.
8:30.
And then you're finishing after dark, right?
Yep.
Like there's no way you do a 6 EFP if you're not running your schedule like that. And guys, you got to dial in Saturdays. Like that's one aspect of figuring out how to be great at this job is how do we turn it up on Saturdays?
Yeah. What's your biggest Saturday?
I think 6 is my biggest day I've ever had.
Yeah, I think 5's my biggest day.
Yeah.
And my EFP would have been like 100.
That's the thing. It's 6 FP, same thing.
Yeah.
My EFP would have probably been 3.
Yeah.
$39.99 packages.
You guys are putting us to shame out there.
I
So
love
love seeing it. Dinner goal. I love these dinner goals. I'm stoked.
They should be achievable for everybody. There is one little asterisk down at the bottom, minimum 40 EFP.
Yep.
And I already texted Josh. We're trying to get that lowered down to 30, but there's no groups on this thread or no groups on this podcast that should be worried about 40.
Sure.
Like everybody should be doing 40 to 50.
Yeah, it's not a number that's astronomical. So
Correct.
10% increase. That means if you're out there working, you're eating on Vivint once a week. 30 Day Pro. We got Shan Thatcher did training.
Yes.
I'm gonna send out the unedited version.
You need to.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty good. But this is the edited version. Is he day 1?
He's day 1.
Wow.
No, he's day 2.
He's day 2. Todd
Santiago's
Santiago is
normal.
like, Todd, this is my dad, and my dad is old and really strong and great, and he's been doing that one for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
So it's nice to stay consistent. Thanks, Todd.
These need to be important not only for your rookies, these are important for vets. Like,
yeah.
unless you're selling 300 accounts, you need to be watching these.
I'm watching them.
Dude, they're incredible. They're great. I watch them too. And not only are they good for you and just refreshers, but they're good trainings for you to use in your meetings. Like they're such good stuff. So veterans, managers, leaders, you all need to be watching these and taking notes on these. These are awesome.
Rookie weekly draw. Again, the weekly draw is not for veterans. That's for rookies. Rookies only. That changed a couple years ago. I had some questions about that. And so make sure that you're qualifying to make sure that you get the draw if you're a rookie. You've got to stay in your area, be logged in. You've got to be staying in Vivint housing. There's a few caveats to this, but we don't want anybody borrowing money to be out there. So.
It's a draw for your back end.
Okay, Rooks. Who do we got on there?
I think our biggest one is Kyle Song, still at the very top. Even after Fallout and deactivating reps, we knew everybody was going to be cleaning up the books. And we still have Kyle at number 2. This is hard to read. Jordy at number 5. And Brandon at number 7. So, and then William Poles is on there as well at number 10. So we have 4 of the top 10 in the entire company. That's insane.
Yeah, that's we're going to have some cars on Vivint.
Yes.
My favorite topic, sales bright lines.
Yeah, it's called the Bright Lines policy.
Oh, sales bright lines policy.
Yeah.
The only one that we want to discuss today is number 6, the drug and alcohol one. And it's because we want to get ahead of something that could be problematic during the summer. And that is drinking or smoking with your customers. Don't do it. It's against policy. It's a fireable offense. It just takes one technician to come in after and be like, you're not allowed to drink with customers, sees you, reports you, and you're gone.
I think the biggest thing is understanding the brand and the company you represent, which is NRG and Vivint. They went back and forth with their HR departments to see if this is part of their company brand. And obviously, they don't want you in a Vivint uniform drinking with a customer, whether it's one drink or getting drunk. We understand in some cultures, like having a drink to celebrate the win or to celebrate the day.
But we're not in Russia.
We're not in Russia, right? So if your customer asks you to drink, same answer I've given my whole life is like, thank you. I'll come back on another day and have that drink with you. I'm not allowed to in uniform. Yeah. Really, really simple, guys. Just be smart.
Yep. It's a hard line though. Don't do it.
It is a hard line. Do not do it because it, like you said, it's one technician that feels like he owes it to the company to report you, and comes in and sees you, drinking a beer with a customer at the end of the day. We know that's just you solidifying your relationship with your customer and a friendship and
Sure.
that kind of stuff, but that rep wants to report you and possibly termination over this.
That's crazy.
It's just not worth your career.
It's not worth it. Just don't do it. So same goes with smoking the Mary Jane. So.
All of these things are just common sense. Be professionals, represent the brand.
So I'm super excited about this new tracking for production.
Yeah, this is awesome.
You guys will have access to this as well, but check it out. That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I had every senior regional and partner saying, I wish I had your brand. Jason Durfee was like, can I join your group? And I'm like, no.
It is the sickest brand. Into the Storm.
It's awesome.
Buffalo logo.
It's even better if you have it tatted on you, like Brandon Miller does.
Yeah, Eli said he'll pay for anybody that gets this.
Brandon Miller paid for my tattoo. So what is this?
So this is a really cool graph. Cheyenne and the girls all put this together. Basically, they took your office from last year, if you're an area director, and they took at your rookie per rep averages from last year, your sophomore and veteran per rep averages last year, and they put that into what they're currently doing this year. Your rookies, your sophomores, and vets, and they compared them. And so if you see these in comparables, like you said, Jake Woodhouse and Minnie feels like they're underperforming what their rookies and vets should be doing.
They're doing great.
But based off of calculations on what they did last year, their averages show that should have done 84 last week, and they did 98. Yep. So they're outperforming it. Really, there's 4 red on here, which Augusta and Valdosta are doing what they should be doing. The 2 ones that had us concerned, and it's because we knew they weren't to market yet.
Yeah, they weren't really starting yet.
Was Quad Cities and Savannah, and we saw what they did on Monday. So
we're not going to be worried about them.
We're not worried about them.
So this is very cool to see. We're really close on everybody. Way up on Dakotas, nice job out there, and then way up with also Minnie. And so love seeing that. Here's another look at last week's performance, where you've got rookies. Rookies is the dark blue, and then sophomore veterans is light blue. That's showing you where your production is coming from. Look at Valdosta.
That's insane.
17 out of the rookies. That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
Nice work out there, Kyle. That is getting your team up and running. Quad Cities, might want to change that number. We're going to see a big difference this week. But this just shows you the difference between your veterans and your rookies. 30% of our production ideally comes from our rookies every year. Mm-hmm. And so if you have 30 reps, you want, or 30, is it reps? Yeah, 30 EFP on the week. You want 10 of those coming from rookies.
Yeah, I think Dakotas did it perfect. Like if you look at their numbers, 50 and 20 of them came from rookies.
Yep.
That's a great balance.
And we're still hitting stride, right? You're still getting these guys up and running. Office last week, reps with sales, same thing. Your rookies are in red and your veterans are in silver. Mm-hmm. So very cool to see this tracking. And lastly, you've got your rep count. This is how many reps you currently have in market, how many are still coming out to market, and then how many are getting there this week.
Yeah.
So,
and it's crazy. Minnie still has 15 people coming. Dakota still has 10 people coming. A lot of these guys still have 8, 10. We got a lot of reps still coming out to market. Quad Cities.
And we're still recruiting on Campus Reel and some other platforms where they're doing all the heavy lifting for us. They're sending them, by the time they get to you and me, they're ready to deploy out to market. So we should be able to help fill the gaps on some of these smaller offices.
And Black Sparrow will be recruiting throughout the whole summer in backfilling offices that have empty beds.
So we don't want empty beds this year.
No empty beds.
Into the Storm last week production. This is EFP. So nice work. Let's get those Macon, Valdosta. I know you guys are in Georgia, Southern Georgia, but let's get those $75 packages turned into $95 packages. We want to see a big difference.
A little harder in the South.
A little bit tougher. Here we go. $112 in the Dakotas. That sounds like the Dakotas, right? That's what we love about that. A little bit lower with Macon and Valdosta. Actually, Valdosta was up there, $90. Savannah was down, so let's get those numbers up. This is what my phone gets blown up the most. I checked my Instagram yesterday for the first time in a long time. Everybody's getting their in-body scans. Everybody's showing like they're cutting. We got a lot of shit talking going on. People are saying, I'm coming for that top spot. But we only have 5 people that have filled out the form.
Hey, I'm on there.
Adam Nelson's filled up the form. Greg Jacobson, Jake Woodhouse, Mike Lichtenberg, and myself have filled out the Google Doc. I've received money from like probably 25, 30 people. And so this is going to be a heavily bought in competition. And we were talking to Kelleny and to Zach Heiner a minute ago, and it's like, this is going to help. The people that buy into this competition will make more money than the people that don't. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy because it's like, it's because you're investing in yourself, but you're also willing to say, hey, I'm going to invest in this competition. I'm going to do it. And you're going to do something hard pretty much every morning before you go work, which is swallowing the frog, right? It's the whole idea of do something hard in the mornings. That way, when you go to work and the doors kick you in the face, that's nothing compared to your workout you had that morning. You've already done something. You started your day with something tough.
What was really cool is I was talking to Cheyenne about this, and he was talking about when he got started with this, right before his surgery, and he knew he was going to do this, he started doing a juice cleanse for 5 days. He didn't have anything but the juices. And he said he just needed to shock his system to get his life back on the right track, right? Yeah. And then when you came out with this competition and he had to have surgery and that kind of stuff, he's doing it again. He's going to shock his system. He's going to do a 5-day juice cleanse. And that's kind of what we need as humans. Like, we're holistic individuals. We don't just need money. We don't just need work. You know, we need fitness and health. We need these different balances in our life. And this one is huge. If you can show a level of discipline with your personal health and have some accountability and accountability partners like us doing it together, it will absolutely create a better experience for you in the summer and more sales and
for sure
all that kind of stuff.
What if you're in the competition? What's your goal?
So I weighed 216 coming into it, and when I told you I was getting started, and when I finally got in to get weighed, I weighed at 213, so I already dropped 3 pounds. Just getting intentional with my diet and that kind of stuff. But met with a trainer, and I'm signing up with a personal trainer, and he's already got me a meal plan. I got a whole supplement list of what I need to be on to restore my gut health and, you know, get my insulin levels back to normal and that kind of stuff. And I'm excited. I'm excited to understand my body. I'm excited to be disciplined with this, and I'm excited to compete. Like, this will be a lot of fun.
I want to throw some money for you and me to compete.
My goal is 200, and I'm at 20% body fat. I've never been at 20% body fat. That's crazy.
That's a little bit much for you.
It's a lot for me. So
let's drop that.
I think I'll get below 14%. I don't think I'm going to be pushing 10 or 12 like Kyle.
Have you seen Kyle lately?
Yes.
Beast.
That's insane. So I want to get the 14% and I want to get the 200, and I think that'll be putting on muscle and dropping body fat.
Well, I think you and I should throw $1,000 at it.
Okay.
Best before and after photo.
Done.
You and me.
Done. I need to see your before photo.
I need to get a before photo. I still got a few more days.
We're going to share our before photos.
I'm going to McDonald's after this.
Okay, deal.
So I'm at 15% right now.
You can't like blow your stomach out. It's got to be your natural form.
We got to get really bad lighting for that.
Yeah. So, you guys are going to help vote this.
All right. If anybody else wants in on that one, let us know.
It's a big one. I'm all in.
Okay. Anyhow, please promote this. Get your rookies involved. Get your veterans involved. Nothing but good will come from getting involved in this competition. Fill out the link. We've got another 5 days, I believe, to sign up and get everything in, and then it's off to the races. It's a 3-month competition, goes till August 4th. Can you give us some words of advice for the rookies out there that are this is their second week, they've done maybe one upgrade, and their their windows are unlocked so they can sneak out in the middle of the night if they have to?
My biggest takeaway for rookies is that you're doing something hard for the first time. It's unnatural to you for the first time. You have to understand that everybody goes through that. I went through that. You went through that as a rookie. And
I was so bad.
It's crazy. And there's 2 different types of individuals in this world. And you have to identify yourself who you are. There's those that start something and they do it until they figure it out. Or there's those that start something and it's hard and they do it until they quit. It's just, there's 2 options. And for me, when I got started, I sucked. And I wasn't the best out of my friends that came out. And I wasn't the best on the team. And I saw the potential. I saw the opportunity. And the resources were there for me. But the people that only use the classroom type resources, or the people that only learn on the doors, learn from their failures and learn from customers, that is the most expensive learning curve that you can do, because it takes forever to get through that learning curve.
Yep.
But those that take those resources and take the people around them and understand, okay, I'm going to invest everything in the morning I can into this. I'm going to invest everything in the nighttime I can into this. I'm going to accelerate that learning curve, and I'm going to do this until I figure it out. It's just a mindset. And I remember for myself, kind of just like telling Cheyenne, I'm going to be one of your best rookies. Like I'm going to be one of your
Tom
best.
Brady.
I'm not it right now, but I'm going to be one of the best. And there's been a handful of rookies in my career when I train them that they kind of tell me the same thing. They're like, dude, I'm going to be amazing at this. Yeah. Doesn't mean they're amazing now, but it means that they're going to put in the work. They're going to be fully invested until they're amazing at this job. And those type of guys that have that mentality when they come in, they figure it out. They end up being the best. And it's a mindset from week number 2. It's a mindset that they had, and you got to get yourself into that mindset. If you're a rookie that's struggling, it's just get in a better mindset that I am gonna figure this out.
Yeah, it's just I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna invest the time and energy. I remember listening to Jordan Williams and some of the best, like, while I'm on the doors, stop. The only breaks I would take would be to stop and be like, hey, I screwed up that house. Like, somebody else would have got that deal.
Yes.
That's the worst feeling ever.
It made me so
right?
mad when that happened.
And then, so I go back and I watch the best of the best. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah.
So that's what probably, I'm going to try that on the next door.
Yep.
And if you're not consistently doing that as a veteran, as a rookie, as an area director, then you're not going to hit your potential. We missed this, but who are we calling out this week? We had a bunch of area directors hitting 7+,
A lot.
big Saturdays, and then we had some area directors that were just kind of like not on there.
Yeah. I feel like for area directors, it's time for you to do double digits.
Yep,
Like,
we're there.
we're to a point. I know Quad Cities just got started this week. Savannah's been getting going middle of last week or into last week. Area directors, number one thing you can do for your office is just going and figuring out how to sell double digits.
And especially in that market.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake Woodhouse, Greg Jacobson, these are some big names out there. We're not seeing on the leaderboard yet.
Not yet.
Who else? Preston Bowden. We need to see. He had a big day last Saturday.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the leaderboard. So these are big offices that we need to get
I'm
these area
excited to see
directors.
Braxton and Coulter get going.
Yeah, those guys are studs.
You know, we got a lot of guys on there that they need to be on the leaderboard. You know who you are.
Well, I'm excited for week 3. This is the first week where we're fully up and running. I think we'll smash 400 accounts and start making some noise. So,
Let's go.
thanks for being here. And our guys know you. They love you. So we appreciate you.
Hey, we just talked about our travel schedule. Can't wait to
We're going to be seeing you, a lot of you guys.
can't wait to get out to you boys and have some fun in their markets. Keep working hard. We're proud of you. Let's go break 400 this week. Get every office over 50 accounts. We're going to have some offices breaking through 100 accounts this week.
Multiple.
It's going to be
All
fun.
right. Thank you. See
Yeah.
you guys.
See ya.